I'll be with you in a minute, boys and girls. I'm just wrapping up making myself a cup of coffee. You wouldn't want me to do the stream without coffee, would you? One second. This water's boiling, but you know I'm watching it, so it like never boils, man. Don't get your panties up in a bunch. Hold on. All right, let's get this show on the road. How about some FX tonight? Shut up, Tater. Whoops. Uh-oh. I want my FX. I'll be right back.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with, now they looking nervously. And I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see. I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet now.
Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
Coming out with a statement. You really changed, man, all your music and arrangement. You don't know shit, shut your mouth, you can save it. I'm the same dude that got his come up from the basement. 100 songs, 100 weeks, didn't change it. Experiments, development, intelligence, and patience. I'll do it all again, cause I never feel complacent. Let's keep the good vibes, positivity's contagious. I'm never looking back, cause I made a life that's passionate. A college graduate suppressing all his talents, yeah. He found a way to go and change, become an advocate. For taking control of your life, go out and battle. And you think you have a dream, then act on it. Get after it, get out your head and fucking capture it. You got one life to master it. Don't give up on your future, we all start losers. We're all late bloomers, gotta struggle through the sewer.
What you say? Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
Doing it live. More fun that way. I feel like I got a bunch of peeping toms out there, right? Looking in on my life while I'm doing this thing. Pretty cool. Man, it's good to proverbially see you. My name is Tim. I am your truth slinger. Today, how the hell are you? Yeah, coming at you the day after, the evening after our meltdown of our president, our potato in chief at the debate. I hope you caught that with us. I hope you were there with us. It was fun last night, wasn't it?
It was.
If you want,
it was something.
It was something. So let me change this to part 2 over here because I had that fixed before until I ran out of gas again today. Like I ran out of gas yesterday, but don't worry now. It's a little too bright. I think we're doing better today. I think I went out, put gas in it, and so I ran out of gas already today. Let me see if that's better. That's better, man. That's kind of tough on my face. So yeah, it's good to see you. I feel like we're living on dystopian reality squared right now. The Democrats are in full panic mode, and boy, it's really interesting. And I don't know what the hell is going to go on. But we're going to cover some different news items today. But in general, the whole debate thing, my God, and they're just moving on, right? They're moving on like nothing to see here, right? Nothing to see here. So anyway, this is episode 254. We are live today, and we are going to change the format again of this ever-advancing TruthSlinger project, right? And we need structure in our lives, and I think that structure is also good for viewers and viewership, and we want to increase the amount of our content because we're doing some things different. We've changed our diet, we've changed our intake, stopped drinking the alcohols, right?
Yeah.
And so it's good. It's really, really good. More motivated to get things done, and so we decided that we're going to do a news show every single day, and in the morning we're going to have coffee every day, sort of like Scott Adams. Hey, Tater, stop. Sorry, we got a barking dog. So yeah, in the evenings we're going to do a news live feed, and Waz suggested, shout out to Waz if you're not following him at According to Waz over on X, you need to follow him, and he's great for shout outs. He's great for growing your number of followers and getting people to follow you so that you can get your content out there and people can see and hear your opinion, and you can join in this war of truth that we got going on here. So Waz suggested, he said, hey, the live streams are really popular and I really enjoy them because they're interactive And people get to participate, and I like that. I think people like that. And our traffic is better. We get more views on the live stream stuff.
You like talking.
And I like talking. And so I just love talking. Well, it's my therapy. So welcome to 254, and I'm going to do therapy live from now on. I'm going to do it in the morning. We're going to have, like I said, have coffee.
Coffee talk?
It's coffee talk. And we're going to talk between about 8 to 9, I figure, right? That sounds like a good time in the morning. We'll see. We'll have to adjust. Maybe we'll try it for a week.
Yep.
8 to 9 and see how that goes. Rather than just start rolling whenever my lazy ass decides to do something, right? That seems like the schedule would be better. So then in the evenings at 7 o'clock, I think that's a good time. Hopefully people will get done eating dinner and putting the kids to do whatever the kids' homework or whatever. And you can spend a little time with us in the evenings. And we'll probably do that 5 times a week. And then probably on a Saturday, we're thinking doing something fun. Like just maybe watch old nostalgic colorized videos and talk about culture and how things have changed, or the 80s we'll do something, or we don't know. We just something fun,
Something nostalgic.
yeah. Or maybe we'll watch a movie or some old shows, excuse me, and talk about them. So, and then on Sunday, of course, we're going to do church again. Way the Truth of Life Church, or Way Truth Life Church. And that's been successful. We're going to go on to chapter 2 in the book of Matthew. So you want to be sure to join us there on Sundays. So that all being said, I guess we can move on to our news panel, and we can talk about some news that we've curated just a little bit. I don't want to make this a super long live stream, but we'll probably go somewhere between 30 minutes to an hour. And, of course, the live streams are going to depend now a whole lot, hopefully, on audience participation. So I don't know. We haven't got anybody yet chatting up. I don't know if chat is working. I can go over to the live stream over here. And Rumble is still waiting. I got Rumble to work once. Just once. And apparently it's not working again. And I think that at some point you're going to have to take this evil little dog and let the evil little dog outside. We have an evil little white dog, and then we have 3 large dogs. 2 of them are fully intact. One is my female German Shepherd, and things were crazy around here when she went in the heat. But it's much better. But still, the little guy tells us when there's no water in the bowl. He tells us when he wants to go out. He tells us all that stuff. So anyway, all right, Rumble's not working. Let me see the restream. Let me see if that's doing. Yeah, we're online there. Yeah, hola. Yep, Joel is a potato. All right, so we got nobody else talking to me yet. That's cool. But I can see that I am streaming, and I'm live on 3 platforms. And you know what? I'll get Rumble to work sooner or later. I thought I had it fixed with authentication by putting in my name and password, and I thought that was the key. And it worked. It did. It worked. And we got some streamed on the debate evening. So anyway, again, everybody's weighing in. Everybody's running around today like a chicken with their head cut off. The sky is falling. CNN, what we were watching right after, immediately said they were horrified. Said that was like horrifying. And of course, all day today, viral stuff going viral, and we showed some of it yesterday. Alrighty then. Sorry. That's all right, no problem. So we do have this podcast comes to you from deep in the woods of Maine in a well-lived-in house, right? My studio is like literally in the middle of my cabin. It used to be in my bathroom, and now it's out here closer to the kitchen. It's pretty much almost in the kitchen, kind of. But it works. So anyway, all right, we're good. We are up there, and let's talk about the news then, shall we? All right, Barack Obama decided he's going to weigh in because of all this stuff. Like I said, CNN said, all right, Van Jones weighed in, and a whole bunch of other people weighed in, and everybody's saying, there's no way he's going to make it to November. And guess what happened? People were talking like it's time to throw in the hat and all that kind of stuff. And what happened? No. Jill Biden doesn't want to be president anymore, or still wants to be president. I mean, she still wants to be president. Because, he's not president, clearly. And so the campaign said, no. Hell no, we're not giving up. And they did an event today in which he sounded slightly more animated when he read off the teleprompter. But yesterday was really bad. So Barack Obama decides he's going to weigh in on this thing, right? So he says, Barack Obama, he says, bad debate not happening. Trust me, I know. But this election is still a choice between someone who has fought for ordinary folks like his entire life and someone who has only cares about himself. I hate that, man. Oh, God. Between someone who tells the truth, who knows right from wrong, and who'll give it to the people? What's he saying? Who'll give it to the American people straight, and someone who lies through his teeth for his own benefit. Last night didn't change that, and that is why so much is at stake in November. JoeBiden.com. Well,
Oh, okay.
on you, Barack Obama.
Oh.
How about this? Oh, how about boo? What happened to my boos?
What did you do? Leave my
Put it on
things
boo.
alone.
Put it on the boo. It should be number 5. Put it on number 5. 3, 4, 5. Boo. Put it on 5. Boo. I need the boos. Boo on you. Boo. This is the talking points of the entire Democratic Party. If you listen to any pundit, I can tell you exactly what they're going to say, because I've been listening to it all day long and all day long, right? And ever since last night, right? Everything that Donald Trump said was completely a lie. Donald Trump, all he does is lie. That's it. That's their
all they
story.
said,
That's
yeah.
it. That's all they say. And then they ask Marie Harf on Fox News, Marie Harf, who wears those glasses so that she thinks that she looks like a hot dancer in a club, doing the librarian look. But it doesn't improve her intelligence any, right? And they're all doing this whole, thing that, and then they ask her, they say, well, what exactly? Would you get specific on what it is Donald Trump's lying about? Oh, well, we just don't have time. I mean, I'm on a panel of 5, it would take a whole hour of me talking. Well, no, just give us one, right? Just give us one. Of course, failed to produce anything whatsoever. Absolutely ridiculous. And so this is the line. Donald Trump is a liar. He is a felon. He's a crook. He's a con man who's someone that can't be trusted. He's going to start World War III, blah, 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 blah. But as far as talking about Joe, oh, well, bad nights happen. It happens. Trust me. Trust me. Trust you? Fuck you, dude. We're getting screwed by your second term right now. Okay? Your puppet is malfunctioning, dude. Right?
Third term.
Right?
Yeah.
He's sitting in his damned basement or out by his pool with a headset on, and his puppet, his meat puppet robot, doesn't function anymore. Agreed? That's exactly what's going on. Right? Okay. Let's talk about this. This is the news I really wanted to talk about tonight. This is important. In a massive victory for the January 6th political prisoners, and that's what they are. They're political prisoners. We are living in an authoritarian government that abused its power and the justice system, the Department of Justice, in order to achieve its political goals. And not only attacked the opposing political opponent, but his party, and threw his supporters into jail, into the hole, and tortured them with the infinite resources of the government. I cannot. Can you imagine being tortured if the government decides to put its resources on top of you? There is no way you and I could ever compete with something like that.
No, look at January 6th people.
Right, and I mean, it crushes people. Even people like, some of the famous people had to sell homes. I don't know what Roger Stone had to do, but he was devastated financially.
Yeah.
And
George
Steve
Papadopoulos.
Bannon and Papadopoulos, and
General
the
Mike
list
Flynn.
goes on. But the ordinary people that were charged with obstructing an official proceeding, and that's what this was. This was what this was about. That got thrown out. This is huge news, boys and girls. Very important. And so, the Garland, the Biden, Garland, Monaco, Graves, DOJ, SCOTUS has overturned the DOJ's use of 1512, subsection C, section C, subsection 2, obstruction of an official proceeding in all the J6 cases. All of them. And so that means that there are people that are primarily in there for that charge and maybe, I don't know, some other thing like trespassing, which is but they used this as, I believe, a felony, isn't it? It was a felony.
Yep.
And they used it to imprison people.
Yep.
But moreover, and so, yes, this is a big victory. This is huge.
Yep.
This is very huge. But, however, we're also reminded, before I watch this next clip, that what about the people that rotted in jail and then some of them committed suicide?
5.
Five people committed suicide. What are the devastated families? What are they going to do with that? What are they going to do about that?
Right.
Anything?
And the people that are still sitting in jail, they're going to get out, but they've had
How much of their lives?
3.5 years.
Right. Now, I believe in a good God. I believe in a Lord that does things for a reason and allows Satan to do things to us for a reason. My little Christian worldview interjection here. And if it were me, and I was at January 6th, okay, I never made it over the wall, right? So I never went inside, so you can kiss my ass, right? I didn't listen to all your FBI scumbags on top of the scaffolding.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And the guy was that leaned the bike rack up against the wall and said, "Hey, come on, let's go sit in Nancy Pelosi's chair.
you wanna talk
One-time
about-
opportunity."
Do you want to talk about this for a minute?
If you want to, yeah, let's talk about that.
I mean, we never really have disclosed this
no,
before.
no, we haven't.
But I'm sick of being afraid of it.
Right. Well, okay, look.
We were at January 6th.
We were at January 6th. And we went there. As a matter of fact, there was no place in the world that I would rather be. I felt
Yep.
like a moth pulled to a flame.
Yep. I wanted to see my president.
I wrote a handwritten will and left everything to my neighbor's kids. Shit you not. Because I didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
I didn't literally know whether a bunch of people would get there and a bunch of people with weapons. And I didn't know. I didn't take any. I took a flagpole. And I even left it back at the hotel because I was told we're not going to be able to get into the ellipse or whatever the hell it
Yeah.
was where, he was speaking. So we left it behind. And so we didn't even carry anything like that. And it turned out we never made it into the ellipse. There were millions of people there. And we were shoulder to shoulder. We got there about 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
We Ubered in and then walked in. And then by about, and thank God, I took like a whole cigarette container full of pre-rolled homegrown, and the homegrown was good. It was my homegrown up here, and we had with us. And thank God, because we didn't move for 7 hours, 6 or 7 hours.
Yeah.
We were crammed. I mean, we were like getting down on the ground and bending over, and my body parts were failing. It was tough. I've never stood in one place. Couldn't even walk around.
And
Right?
with that many people.
Right, that many people.
Ooh.
And
No
so,
one what I know today, I would not want to put myself in a position to be in a large group of people like that again.
Very dangerous. Very dangerous. So we decided to march on our way down to the Capitol,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And we did that.
And some more.
We marched on the way down as fast as we could, and we had to do sitting a couple of times because Mama, we didn't know at the time, but she started to have this debilitating illness. So we headed on down there. And we finally got there, and just before we got onto the Capitol grounds, there was a cop car that came pulling up, trying to get in and trying to bring reinforcements in. And a number of people headed toward the police car, and so did we. We'd been watching. Now, you have to understand our mindset.
Yeah.
You have to understand our mindset on that day, right? And this is important to talk about. That we had watched the entire year of 2020 locked up in a house high on COVID money, right? And being able to, watch everything live stream in that year when our country melted and BLM riots, the Antifa, the whole thing. And we saw Jay Daniels being murdered.
Yeah. In Portland.
And we saw Carl Rittenhouse get shot, get his rifle grabbed for, and he opened fire and killed that guy. And
Wisconsin.
yep. And we saw Groskowitz get his arm blown
Yeah,
off.
we watched all this live. We were
we watched it
obsessed
live.
with live streaming all the riots, the
Right.
BLM riots,
Right.
and burning.
Hence, we're live streaming tonight, right? This is why we're set up ultimately as going to be live streaming during this year of political turmoil. So you're going to want to stay with us. So like, subscribe, share, hit the bookmark, hit the like. Yeah, you leave us a tip, right? That's always very helpful. If you're watching, you can financially support us. You can leave us a tip. You go to the link tree in my feed. That has all the places that you can support us there, as well as other places where you can find us and support us by subscribing to my Substack, things like that. Substack's little stale, but not too bad. I'm gonna get that going. I'm just right now. I'm trying to get like streaming on all platforms simultaneously, and the next thing I think I want to do is we're gonna add podcasting, so you can take us with you in your car. And other than that, right? So anyway, we were there, and when we got there, we got to the the cop car. So right, setting that up, both of us went from feeling like we were ready to fall into a grave and get dirt tossed on top of us, like we were barely going to make it.
Yeah, it was far.
It was a long way. I mean, it was like a mile and a half where we walked, or 2 miles or something, to the Capitol, all the way from the Ellipse. And all of a sudden, man, every ache and pain in my entire body disappeared because flight or fight kicked in. And it wasn't flight, it was fight. And I literally threatened a cop car with a lawn chair that I had picked up along the way. So I had this broken lawn chair. Thank God we had it, because Mama had to sit down every once in a while.
Yeah.
But I'm like going, "Roar!" I'm standing about 10 feet away from this car, and this cop is like looking like, oh my God. And there's about, 6 or 8 other people in front of me, and he realized he's not getting through at all. And it was probably one of the most powerful feelings I've ever had. And I just want to comment that, crowd mentality, man, is like especially pent up frustration too.
Yeah.
The reason everybody was there was pissed off because
They stole.
look at the pathetic thing we watched last night. What we saw last night, everybody already saw back in the debate 4 years ago. Don't tell me we didn't see it.
You're right.
They just covered it up as well as they could, and people bought into it. People just bought the lie. They bought the shit. And so this was like this 4 years ago. He was already a total potato. So we knew that 81 million people didn't vote for him, especially when there was reporting that overnight they shut off counting places, and then the next day they wake up and, wow, a bunch of votes came in for Joe Biden. Oh,
Yeah.
Donald Trump's no longer. And they were already prepping us all for it weeks before, saying, now, the results aren't going to be decided on election day. It's going to take weeks to figure this out. Right?
Yeah, right.
That right away, there's shenanigans going on, right? There are shenanigans afoot, as they say. And so the cop just left and went on, and we decided to waltz back up. We waltzed toward the Capitol, and we walked over this lame, orange construction fence that was knocked down that was supposed to keep out, like 1 million people?
You're right.
Now, come on, look. Are you telling me have you seen the Capitol? We've seen it fortified since. They had all that stuff before. It's not the first time they've ever used it.
Talk about the timing that Trump was still speaking.
Yeah. What was really important is that by the time we got there, it had already breached, and we hadn't even left. Trump was still speaking when it was breached. We found out right about 2/3 of the way, almost 3/4 of the way there. When we got to the food trucks.
Yeah.
Now, see, there were food trucks there, and there were licenses for people to speak there. There were supposed to be rallies outside the Capitol.
Yep, that's
we
where
were
we were
supposed to
going.
do a lot of yelling, a lot of cheering, make our voices heard, boys and girls, right? That's what we were doing.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with that, because I watched the entire left melt for an entire year. So don't tell me that you're not allowed to peacefully protest.
Yep.
But what happened was they fired into the crowd.
Yep.
A big fat guy, big fat Capitol policeman who to this day has not been held accountable, nor the guy who shot Ashley Babbitt. So anyway, we got to basically we were on the side that had the scaffolding that was going to have the inauguration with all the places to sit up there.
Yeah, and there were people trying to get. Everyone was supposed to go and listen to people speaking outside the Capitol, but when we got there, they were trying to usher everyone into the Capitol.
Yep. They were going, top of the scaffolding, going, come on, inside. And now, since they've released footage, like since the J6 committee, we've finally found the footage where there are cops letting people in, waving people in by the masses, like groups of people. There were undercover cops, up to 200, I think is the number to get my reporting accurate.
Yep.
Up to 200. We have pictures of a cop flashing his badge to somebody at a security checkpoint. And then, like I said, we have the Capitol Police opening fire on an unarmed crowd.
Yep.
And we have Nancy Pelosi admitting that they put the bicycle racks where? They put them where the concrete strips were, the sidewalks.
Right.
And then everywhere else, there was just nothing. Or there was that orange fencing. Now think about that for a minute. You could just walk around it, but like Americans are generally so, our side plays by the rules so much that, everybody stayed behind this little lame fence until finally a guy named Ray Epps, who later was found to be going around whispering in everybody's ear going, we need to go into the Capitol, in! Yeah, that guy got charged with a misdemeanor, never spent a day in jail, by the way. Right? So this is mixed news. This is bittersweet news. Now, I'm going to give my voice a break, and I want to take some coffee, so let's listen to Fox News Report, okay?
And some more breaking news, this time about the January 6th rioters. The Supreme Court has just ruled. Let's get to Shannon Bream. What did they say?
So what they have said is that one of the statutes the Justice Department used to charge hundreds of different January 6 defendants is no good. And that includes President Donald Trump, because he has actually had 2 of these counts against him.
That's a big deal.
In the Jack Smith D.C. case against him, that federal criminal case that has been on hold here. So what essentially they say is this statute, which was passed in the wake of Enron, they say it doesn't fit here. He says, given that the subsection was enacted to address the Enron disaster, not some other far-flung set of dangers like what happened just right over here at the Capitol.
Far-flung, and that's an important. They stretched it too much to try to make it fit, right, is what they did. And so it just doesn't work.
Unlikely that Congress responded with such an unfocused and grossly incommensurate patch in English that essentially means that all of these people who were charged under this particular obstruction statute for January 6th, that is no good. The dissent, this is a very interesting vote makeup, because the dissent is actually written by Justice Barrett, and she is joined by Justices Sotomayor and Kagan. She says that Congress did intend for this kind of conduct to be brought under this particular obstruction charge. She thinks the majority got it wrong.
No, bullshit.
But what it means is a big headache for the DOJ and good news for hundreds of January 6 defendants charged under this statute, again, including.
Right? So good news, right? Good news. Well, again, but what are they going to do about to make it right for all the people that were politically persecuted? I mean, this was huge, and
some more breaking
all
news.
right, be gone, be done. All right, I think there's pretty much what I wanted to talk about, so I'm going to go big again and be done with my news portion and just continue to talk about January 6th a little bit. Yeah. It very well could have been us that were picked up, because we made it, had I been younger and I'd been politically involved and done some of the stuff that's going on now, I might have been sucked into the Capitol. But like I said, we never made it. We never crossed that wall. There was that guy with a bike rack, and I just felt fishy about it. It didn't feel right. And plus, I couldn't leave Mama, and I wasn't going to go, hey, Mom, I'm going to go wander around the Capitol, and you just stay here. I'll be right back. Especially when we found, gas containers and, the smoke they were popping and the tear gas. And so we didn't catch any smoke. We didn't catch any of that. because we were just a little late to the party. And we saw the scuffling going on, right, up on the scaffolding and all that stuff. But we were never closer than that. And I thank God for that because of what our government did. And now the Supreme Court has said, in a split decision, but nevertheless, that's the way it works, that's bad. No, can't do that. That law was never made to be used that way. It was abused.
Yep.
And these people need to be free. Now, I was talking about a Christian worldview earlier, and I think that the way I look at it is, had that been us, and had that we been younger, we would have been down at the border with Matt Baker. We would have been more active. We would have been sucked into the live streaming world. We would have been live streamers. We would have bought battery packs. We would have been running around, flying around from city to city. You better believe it. That's what we
got too old.
We got too old, and that we sort of the homesteading thing too. That's the same thing that happened. But we intend to do it from here. This is how we get active. This is how they influenced us. That we need to become politically active. And I don't intend to descend in any way upon Washington another time. I don't think it's a good idea.
No.
Right? I think we need to adjust the plan.
We're really grateful we didn't get sucked into.
We need to do a flea flicker pass or something. We need to do something they don't expect. And I don't know what that is, but what God does. And so back to the point about Christianity in this. Those guys that are going to get out, most of those people are going to be changed in a way that are going to turn them into political, probably radicals, right? They're going to be radicalized. And so the government just created a whole bunch of people that are kind of like,
they're Christian, conservative patriots. They're going to run for office.
They're going to run for offices. They're going to start podcasts. They're going to be voices. And like the lectern guy, for example. Lectern guy's doing very well for himself last time we checked.
He is.
He's selling lecterns. He's riding around in a convertible with a lectern in the back. He's hilarious.
He's so funny.
Yeah, you need to follow that guy too. So, but anyway, they destroy the government. And speaking of which, I got Steve Bannon on the screen there too. Just to mention him for a second, they're trying to destroy his life. And because he's a true patriot, all these people that were imprisoned, the reason that they've been targeted is because they were true patriots, and they're coming against the New World Order, the communist, Marxist ideology that has taken over this country, the elite mindset which goes along with communism, because it's like those people up there, they're going to eat their caviar, they're going to have their beef. Trust me, their Wagyu beef. It's just you can't have it, and I can't have it. Mm-hmm. Right? It's for them, not for us. They're going to have their freezer fulls of ice cream. And you and I, no. We can't have even the dairy products because the cows fart. You understand? You can't have the milk. The cows are farting. They're destroying the planet.
Yeah.
Well, I think everybody's pretty much had enough of that. And it appears to me, based on the news that I can see today, I guess my overall, based on today's news, I would say that we're winning. I'm feeling pretty Steve Turley today.
Yes.
Hey, everybody. Steve Turley.
Dr. Steve.
Dr. Steve here. He's cool. He's always real positive. I tend to be a little bit more, a little on the darker side, right? It's just me.
You?
Yeah. But I mean, I believe that God is going to win in the end. I'm just not sure America is going to win. But, and I do agree. Who was it that said, look, it's far from over? Joe Biden's not finished. They put a potato in the office once. You don't think they can do it again? They're going to run and then the question is, with Joe Biden, right? Joe Biden and Jill Biden, you got the Joe and Jill thing. And, I'm telling you, when you got two people in an intimate relationship and one of them is going into dementia, you get some really weird stuff going on there, right? You got the whole, in communication stuff and the reliance stuff, and it's no longer a husband-wife relationship. It's a parent-child relationship. It gets real weird, right? I could imagine, right? And so this whole dynamic has changed. And so either, Dr. Jill doesn't want to leave the presidency, or Joe doesn't. He could be just ornery as hell. Because that happens. Dementia people are irritable, angry. And he is the president. I mean, they got to follow his orders, right? Technically speaking. And he's head of the DNC. And so if he doesn't give this thing up, it's going to get really weird and interesting. And we said we think that this is the best thing. This is the best thing.
Yes.
Because if he would just be a meat puppet that doesn't know what room he's in and they just wheel him out, if he's actually a little rogue and they got to deal with him, well, then maybe they kill him or do something. But they're going to have to deal with him because he's not going to want to go, right? And hopefully they won't, because at this point, if we get this retard dropping in here, this guy,
Oh, jeez.
we're going to have trouble. This guy, Gavin Newsom,
He's got.
he's
so many
a slick
problems.
Willie, this guy.
Yeah.
He's slick as a polished turd, let me tell you, boy. He can talk. He's scuzzy, man. He's like sexually deviant. He's fooled around his wife. His wife fooled around on him.
Yep.
He's authoritarian. Don't do as I say, not as I do. Total dirtbag. This guy is a nightmare because he's good. And he talks a good game. He's slick. And he wants in. And right now, he's going, support Joe Biden, blah, 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 blah. Right? He had a bad night, whatever. We gotta rally behind him. But what's going to happen is he's the reluctant hero. And if he comes in, we're in trouble. Because now Donald Trump, there's more of a contrast. Look how young this guy is. Age is a big thing.
Yeah.
And they're going to play on the age thing and say, look, we jettison the old guy. We don't want this other old guy.
He's very charismatic.
Very
and
charismatic.
He's willing to do interviews.
Well, I mean, you want to listen to him for a second?
Yeah,
I mean,
I
we heard it last night, but I'll play it again.
Slick Willie.
You were out there getting a chorus of questions about whether Biden should step down. There is panic that has set in. There is panic that has set in among people who have watched this debate, who are Democrats, people who are strategists, and some even inside Democratic campaigns. Yeah. Do you think it's unfounded?
Well, I think it's unhelpful, and I think it's unnecessary. We've got to go in and got to keep our heads high. And as I say, we've got to have the back of this president. You don't turn your back because of one performance. What kind of party does that? It's been a...
Well, when the one performance is 90 minutes long and indicates something that is potentially a president that no longer has a functioning mind, which I think is important in the presidency, Well, I think, just by opinion, though.
Masterclass. 15.6 million jobs.
Masterclass.
That's 8 times more than the last three
Masterclass.
Republican presidents combined. The only thing the last 3 Republican presidents have in common is recessions. Democrats deliver. This president has delivered. We need to deliver for him at this moment. With all due respect, the more time we start having these conversations, go down these rabbit holes, it's unhelpful to our democracy, our fate and future of this country, the world. They need us right now to step up, and that's exactly what I intend to do.
That's exactly what I intend to do. Step up.
What's that mean?
What does that mean? That's code for I want to run for president.
Yep.
That's exactly what that means right there. But it's unhelpful. It's unhelpful right now, boys and girls. We should be rallying around. Oh, what? You want to rally around me? Well, alrighty then. Let's just do that. He's a snake in the grass. He's a turd.
Ooh.
He's a wiener ball.
Ew.
Yes, he is. Okay, so back to what I was talking about before. I think that it's good. It's good that Joe Biden is hanging in there and going, "Murr." Now, the downside is we've got a president who's not mentally functional. And we're on the world stage. We've got problems with the whole world. Right? Yeah. Russia, China, Ukraine, all that crap we're involved in. Not to mention, Israel, the whole Gaza Strip thing. And then, the Houthis and the Coochies and, Yemen and all that kind of crap. The Houthis. So, yeah, everything is on fire. There's a coup going on. Where there's a coup going on? In Bolivia? Yeah, Bolivia.
Yeah, they stopped it.
Oh, did they? Yeah, the CIA was probably involved in that somehow. But I don't know.
I don't know. That's what they
I don't know. Just a theory. Right. So, this whole thing is like, hopefully he can, hang on. But at the same time, we're leaderless. We're rudderless in a time of world crisis where now I would say that if it looks like, and it does look like, because 2/3, 2 out of 3 people say Joe's a potato,
Yep.
based on yesterday's performance at the debate.
What's wrong with the 1/3?
Right. So everybody, what the hell's wrong? I don't know. They're the other potatoes. It's like those are the potatoes. We should push them into the ocean, and then we can start over with 2/3 of America. So yeah, I think it is scary that I'm sitting there hoping that he'll cling to power because Donald Trump can beat him. Because if this Slick Willie guy comes in and then they beat, then we're back to where we're square one and we're in worse shape than we were before. They'll just turn it all on. I mean, they'll turn America into California. They'll Californicate us, all of us, hard, and go, you like it like that? Huh? 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 All right, enough of that. Yeah, we don't want none of that, right? We don't want that.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. So yeah, but at the same token, right? So what about Kamala? She did, somewhat okay. I mean, for the first time, she didn't cackle for about 5 minutes on CNN. But she's terrifying. She's an empty suit as well, and I don't know. It's going to get weird. It's going to get wild. We're going to keep an eye on it for you. Continue to follow us. Like I said, subscribe on YouTube, share, follow us on Facebook if you want to, if that's where you hang out. And we're going to keep trying the Rumble thing. And, of course, help support us any way you can by telling people about us or by doing hard financial support. And we love monthly support, too. That would be awesome. So, aside from that, we're going to try the coffee thing in the morning from 8 to 9.
Yep.
Be with us tomorrow.
Coffee talk.
And Mama says she's going to be on camera now. We're going to have camera.
Oh, no, don't.
Yeah. We're going to have studio cam, right?
Whatever.
You're going to get to see the behind-the-scenes workings of what goes into the TruthSlinger project. And it's exciting. You would not want to be anyplace else but here tomorrow morning between 8 and 9. I'm just telling you. That's just the way it is, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's it. I'm done yapping away.
You sure?
Yeah, I am. I think I'm being about done.
God.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Say good night, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie. Moo.
It's time for the moo.
Moo.
I won't give you the moo if you're not good.